Showtime! Woo! 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 Silent and profiling.
We got the dub. Welcome to the Mafia Sports Report. I am Tommy. Joining me is my main man, Mr. Mikey, a.k.a. Apex Man. That was so ugly of a game. We got the dub, no doubt, but disgusting. Disgusting. Honestly, on both sides of the ball tonight was really bad. But the defense is really what concerns me. It's been concerning me. And our offense couldn't get going because the defense couldn't get the Patriots off the field pretty much for the whole first half. And our offense went flat. It pretty much went flat. They were sitting there cold. And it just never really got going, Mikey. I mean, we got some points up, but nowhere near what we thought we were going to do, right?
Nope. It was really cold, and it looked like the guys were really cold. Seriously, yeah. They looked like they were like did not want to be there today.
Yeah, just lackluster for everybody, maybe even the coaching. I don't. It was bad.
This coming here, one and done in the first round, is a little bit of an overreaction.
What up, Callie? Yeah, I don't know.
A little bit of an overreaction.
Yeah, we usually get through the first round.
F those red uniforms. They always play like shit when they wear them.
Yeah, let's.
I'm not sure that it was a uniform issue today.
Yeah, no, it wasn't the uniform issue, guys.
Unfortunately. Listen, guys, we've said it from the beginning. Sean McDermott's your head coach. Shit's not going to change until he leaves. It is what it is. Coming on here and harping on the same bullshit every week isn't changing, guys.
You guys are funny because I said this on Monday and Friday, and you guys jumped all over me.
Granted, we were playing without half of our defense, but whether it is there or not,
3-win team.
Sean McDermott is your head coach.
Yeah, exactly.
Good thing we have a defensive head coach, right?
Right. Boy, they marched down the field, long drive, and a touchdown. Like I said, when this defense breaks, it breaks. And I thought they did a better job in the second half, clearly, right?
Oh, yeah.
But it still was letting the Patriots score 21 on you, on a defensive head coach, regardless of who we got out, on a 3-11 football team, rookie quarterback. Though he played really good. I like May.
Yeah, he was throwing darts.
He was, and he was
getting that touchdown, the first touchdown. Elam was in perfect coverage. Cam was late, and it was like a perfect throw, perfect catch.
Yeah, he also moves well. Gets out the pocket. But either way, man, 3-11 team. God.
Like, listen, they played better than a 3-11 team today. We did not.
Yeah, we played like the 3-11. They just got the win. I mean, that was ugly, dude. There was nothing in that game where I mean, maybe I'll look tomorrow if I get a chance to watch all 22. But there was really nothing in that game that was I was like, I come away from that game going, man, that was a hell of a play. Like, it just was average football by us, and we're better than an average team.
It was our C to C- game, and we won.
Allen was missing, and he was forcing throws. I felt like,
or guys were jumping off sides in,
guys
back to the pre-snap penalties,
Shakir fumbles that luckily we got back on. Like, Shakir fumble, we got it back. James Cook fumbled like 2 plays later, got it back. We got lucky. We got really lucky on some of those fumbles. It was, matter of fact, another onside kick that was very fucking close again to being going the opposite way. What do you mean? No, that he dropped the ball.
There was 3 bills.
I get there was 3 bills there, but he still dropped the ball. I'm just saying it could have gone. I'm just saying, look, Mike, you should never come down to that. It's 2 games, onside kick, not good, not good, not good.
I want to hit on Dwight's comment here. It says Elam's a liability. Half the defense out there today was a liability. I'm not picking on just Elam. Elam wasn't good today, but there was a lot more than just Elam.
But I see why he's not. I see why he's not in the game. I hate to say it. I see why he's not a starter though. He's a liability for the pass interference. You can't have that. And he was getting beat sometimes. I'm buying the gun. No, everybody seemed like they were getting beat.
So was Douglas the last time we saw him.
No, I get it, but I'm just saying. Would you rather? I don't know. I'm not trusting.
I don't know if I want Douglas playing man to man, and we were playing a shit ton of man to man today. We were blitzing all day long. And give credit to Drake. He was making plays when we were blitzing him, running backwards, throwing balls up and connecting. We do have a super chat in here. Let's get to it.
Let's get through that super chat and get my train horn going. Pop it up there.
I'm trying. Right, Mike. We did not start off strong today. We didn't. You feel like it cost Josh the MVP? No. I don't feel like that game cost Josh the MVP.
You did have a shitty, stupid interception that was just god awful. No idea what he was doing there. By the way, remember that I always tell you the strike first, strike hard. No mercy. We did nothing of that.
None of that. Like, honestly, when they came out, it did not look like any of them wanted to be there at all.
No,
they all looked really fucking cold and didn't want to show up.
Yeah, it was.
I mean, don't get me wrong. It was like
it felt like negative. Buffalo. No,
yeah.
I get it, but this is where we play.
Why isn't Williams on the field at times? I think Williams should be starting when Milano returns. I really do. Watching Williams today, he was the best player on the field on defense.
He was getting to it, man. He came close to a couple sacks, too, when they were bringing the linebacker blitz. I got to give credit to that Patriots running back. I forget his name. He picked him up a couple times. Yeah, he did.
Former Commanders running back.
Not a bad job by picking up the blitz because, boy, he was coming in. He didn't pick up that blitz. Boy, he was going to get walloped, man. But, yeah.
That defensive touchdown saved y'all. Yes, it did. Yeah.
Oh, it did. I totally forgot about that play. That was just a miscue.
What the hell Rousseau was doing. He was just watching it.
I think maybe he just felt like it was just not a backwards pass. I have no idea.
You jump on that shit whether it is or not.
It just seemed like he was just like, whatever, with the play was dead. Though I don't get it. Thank God Tehran. Was it Tehran? I think it was Tehran that got it. But yeah, man, just not good.
Yeah, if we play like that in the playoffs, we'll be one and done.
Well, I'm not laughing and giggling, but
I haven't seen us play like that in weeks.
By the way, I laugh and giggle because I've been saying, Gordon, I'm the one that was saying this all week. That really, we've been saying this for years, that we have a head coach, it's a defensive head coach, and our defense seems to be the one that fails us every time. And I told you I was concerned about our defense after the last 2 weeks. I don't feel like our defense has played well at all. And luckily, last week, the defense came out good in the first quarter, gave us a cushion, and then they fell apart. This game, they came out bad, just like the Rams game. The difference was, Mikey, in this game, the Patriots aren't the Rams. So they couldn't keep going. You know what I mean? They couldn't keep pushing forward and getting points. They slowed down eventually, right? But if we go into the playoffs and you give a team like a better offensive team a cushion, it's going to be really, really tough to get back in that game. So that's what I'm concerned about, guys. It's very concerning.
I will say it's the first time I've seen the Bills offense look like this since the Texans game early in the season.
Yeah, it was out of sync. Allen then, of course, hurt his elbow, which affected his hand, which you could clearly tell his throwing was off at that point. Let's hope nothing comes of that. Yeah, and I don't think it will, but you never know. But yeah, our offense, I really feel like it was a combination of a lot of things, but I do say I will go on. I think not being on the field to start the game for most of the first half, being on a sideline, being cold, it did. I think it took a little bit out of the offense, and then they just could never find their rhythm. I mean,
well,
I know it's an excuse. It sounds like an excuse, but
false starting.
Yeah.
Like, that's just unacceptable from our tackles.
Oh yeah, Spencer Brown shouldn't be. Yeah, what's going on?
Bullshit that keeps putting us behind the line. Because every time we did that, Josh threw it deep. Every time, because they kept getting us behind the chains because of it.
Yeah,
that's just undisciplined football that our offense. And I haven't seen our offense do that in weeks. No. So hopefully they got that out of their system, and they get back on track next week against the Jets.
Yeah, Shakir dropping passes too. There was a lot of.
I couldn't believe that big one. That's the one we usually connect on right before the half.
Yeah, the other one I don't blame him. The one in the end zone, because I thought that was a good defensive play. The guy did
it hit him
smack
in the
the ball. No, I know, but the guy also put his hand there and knocked the ball. I mean, I get that, but that's a good defensive play. You got to kind of give it to him.
B Wee Man X says, I feel like we won because we were the better scramble for the ball on the turf today. You're not wrong.
Turnovers. We talked about it, right? We did get the turnover battle. We won the turnover battle. So
this is an issue I have with McDermott. Why the fuck wasn't Micah?
I have no
Micah
idea.
had said he was ready to go, and then we kept him down. We lost Teron in this game to a concussion, and we had to put Ingram in on the slot because we have the tiny ass, Lewis playing safety. And I love Lewis, and he plays hard, but he should not be playing safety. He got run over by Stevenson on the first touchdown.
Yeah, I get it. I have no idea why he's not. I have no idea, Mikey. I don't know.
No, it didn't cost an MVP. He won the game, but there's going to be games like this. It's not going to be spectacular every game. And I get that, Triggs. That's kind of like where I'm at. I'm like, it was a division game. We always have one like this. They know us. I won't be surprised if we're in a dogfight with the Jets next week either, because division games are tough.
Yeah, could be.
You think he's trying for that PI on that interception? I don't know what you're asking.
I think he was trying. Talking about Elam?
Oh, you're talking about Josh on the interception when he's chucking it deep. It was one of those arm punts. Like, listen, I'm gonna give my guy a chance to try to make a play and hope we get something good happens. And he just underthrew it. Like, it was cold. Everyone was underthrowing shit.
Yeah, but you know what you want to know? You want to know what's even worse on that whole sequence was we threw the interception. The guy made a mistake and went out to the 1. And we couldn't even stop him.
No,
we played cushiony.
Drive.
We let them drive. I mean, this is what I'm talking about, man. What is going on here? Like, that's what I mean. Why isn't McDermott pressing right there, knowing that we could potentially get a safety or get good field position? No, man.
Off zone.
I don't get it, man. It's so frustrating, man.
Yes, I do agree, Mike. We got better once Spector left the game. Like the defense did. The linebackers got better once Spector left the game. It was bad with him on the field. Must win for you all against the Jets. Tuesday's not a lock. Allen loses Jets and has to win in New England. I don't think we have any must wins. We're already locked into the 3 seed. You know what I mean? Can't be doing any worse than 3. I think we should beat the Jets, but I'm not going to sit here and say it's a must win.
Yeah.
I feel like our team never gets out of practice mode. The staff coaches like Little League. It's easy to say that after we did win. It's easy to say that after a bad performance.
Right.
Look around the league. There's a lot of bad performances. Yeah, Shakir dropping balls was unusual today. Amari dropped one, and he hasn't really dropped a bunch.
Amari was a non-factor kind of today, too.
Yeah.
Again, I don't know what's going on there.
Like I said, it did surprise me that our offense has a flat game. Me neither. That's why I'm not overly concerned about our offense. The defense concerns me because the last time I saw them as a complete unit was that Rams game. In the last 2 games without our entire secondary, I never thought I would ever say I miss DeMar Hamlin in the secondary.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree.
He is way better than Bishop and
Bishop's not ready. He's not ready, bro. He's not ready, bro.
Once again, we spent a high draft pick on a guy who's not ready.
When we knew Kitchens, by the way, was there, and we were screaming for him the whole time. He's a starter in the NFL, and I like him. But it is what it is. We have our guy, so
Malik Mustafa
maybe he'll turn into something.
And he's a starter in the NFL.
Yeah, it's true.
There's a bunch of them that were there.
I mean, maybe Cole will turn into something. I'm not going to jump on him now. I'm going to say he's a bad pick or anything, but
just you needed him to step up, and they weren't there today.
Yeah.
It's a weird type of cold here in Buffalo. It's bitter about this moist in the air. Like when it snows, it's warmer than it was today. Like, so people were able to do things. Like it was like they were having a hard time holding on to the ball, the quarterbacks.
Yeah.
I was listening to the radio and they were saying lots of BS flags against the Bills. Oh,
there was a few. There was a few, but there was, that's you're going to get that.
We got a super sticker coming in from Dallas. Thank you.
Super chat. Let me get that to that. Let me get the train horn. Appreciate it, bro.
Another game where Kincaid looked average. I don't understand the route concepts we're running Kincaid. I've seen a lot of stupid bubbles and like 2 yard.
Yeah.
I mean,
he's underperforming, bro. I'm going to be honest.
I don't know
with you.
if it's just underperforming or we're just not using him right.
Either way, it's still underperforming, right? Like regardless if it's his fault or maybe a combination of both play calls and you know what I mean. But either way, this year it's been underperforming. You know what I mean? Because we thought there would be more receptions, more yards, but at this point of the season, it's just not. It's not the case.
Stockton listens every year, same crippled defense limping in the playoffs. The good thing is we're holding a lot of guys out right now to get them healthy for the playoffs. So that's why it's looking so ugly.
We said a pregame. Yeah, me and Aramis said a pregame. I feel like those guys could have played the majority of them if it was like an important game. Like a really, really, you know what I mean? A game where we had to have, I think a lot of them would have played. I think that was more of a, I think we can win without these guys. You know what I mean? I don't, I could be wrong, but I feel like
I agree.
Some of those guys could have played. You know what I mean? If needed.
They practiced all week. They could have played.
Exactly. So I expect them back. Put it this way. I'll tell you this much. If the Chiefs lose Wednesday, I could see them playing Sunday versus the Jets. Because then it's starting to become a must win because now we're only one game. If the Chiefs lose the following week, we win, we got the first seed. You know what I mean? So that I could see. But if the Chiefs win Wednesday, it's very possible some guys sit down again. Very possible.
I wouldn't be surprised if the Chiefs win Wednesday. I wouldn't be surprised if Josh is banged up at all. He sits.
It's very possible, once again.
Because I don't think they give two shits about the MVP. I think they give a crap about him being healthy for the playoffs.
Exactly. Because you're going to need him 100%.
Robert, I think we're overly hard on the defense. I think he's a good defensive coordinator. I don't think he's an elite defensive coordinator. And as a head coach and the defensive guy, I think he puckers in tight situations, and he loves to play scared at times. There's no like uniqueness to it. So you watch Minnesota's defense, right? Brian Flores schemes up some crazy blitzes, and they get home, and you see this aggressiveness from their defensive line. You don't have that in Buffalo. You saw a little bit of it last week against the Lions, but this week it was very vanilla. 4-man rush, man-to-man. We brought some blitzes.
They sprung some linebacker blitzes from time to time.
And none of
them worked. Yeah. I mean, a couple of them you threw the ball away, but none of them got really home.
It makes me wonder if you have your secondary there, does it work better? Because I haven't seen them do those blitzes with our actual starters. We said in nickel on the goal line. Yeah, we stayed in nickel. I don't understand the whole nickel. Granted, we didn't have a bunch of linebackers because we lost Balin today, and it was Andreessen was the only other linebacker we had. So, I don't get it. I don't get it either. Do they have heaters in heater lines for the new stadiums? Right?
I think they were saying something like it will be like warmer there, the way the design is, but I think they had a video on that, but I could be wrong.
Because I don't think Babbage actually. If McDermott wanted something else, he's telling Babbage to do.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
They're in communication the whole time. So when we talk shit about McDermott, I'm talking shit about Babbage as well. Maybe I need
Exactly.
to say that our defensive guys. And why the hell is Matthew Smiley still a defensive coordinator on our team?
Special teams.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah.
Special teams.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I have
How that guy
no
still has a
idea.
job, I have no idea.
Yeah,
Keep up with the fake punt. Like
I don't get it. Yeah.
Allen outside versus inside tells me why no dome again. Cost more money. Let's just be call
At
what
the
it
end
is.
of the day, yeah, don't buy into the home field advantage snow crap because
It was going to cost
we
about
play.
another $500 million to put the dome on it.
It's not like
nope.
it's not like we play excellent in the snow. Like we play okay. I mean, we're not. Come on, we're not that built for it. We don't have these bruiser type running backs, bruising type offensive line and defensive line. That's not how we're built. We're built to be fast on defense, light guys, small guys. Until you build that, until you get a bigger defensive line, get a little bit meaner, and then maybe a bigger bruising running back, then yeah, maybe the snow and the outdoor conditions are made for us. Now I think it's getting a little bit like that. Like on the offensive side, the offensive line's getting a little
We need
better.
to get bigger on defense.
But defense is where, yes, that's what I'm saying. Like defensive line, I don't know if that necessarily is an advantage to Buffalo. Like our defense is soft up front. We're light.
It's tiny. Well, it's not even soft. It's just small.
Well, it's small, and that makes it sort of soft, right? I mean, when teams want to run on us, they do. They absolutely do.
Vader comes in and says, Babbage ain't cutting it out for D quarter. We're 12-3, guys.
Yeah, I mean, we're still a winning record. It's just, it was an ugly game. I don't think anybody expected.
We're still 12-3, guys.
Yeah, we're a great team. It's just, I think the concern is the playoffs, and and I think that's why. I think that's why the gloom a little bit, I would say, by Bills Mafia, including myself, is because the playoffs are right around the corner, and we can't have these kind of performances, or there is no tomorrow, and like that's it. Like we lose, we're done. That's it. So I understand where Bills Mafia is coming from, and why, like even why I'm a little like concerned, because we got to get better than this. We can't play like this in the playoffs. And I really thought this game here would be the turnaround game for the defense, and maybe next, like we would start like getting our flow back into at least because I thought we were playing okay. I get it, but it's the Patriots, man. You got to be better. Not only did they give up 21, and I get they had a better second half, but they gave up long drives in the first half and gave up touchdowns, which kept our offense on the sideline. Like, I'm just saying, like, you can't have that against a bad team like that. They got to be better.
I'm with you on that.
Yeah.
Beans drafting has a lot to do with this Bills poor defense. I disagree with that, Robert, and I disagree with that because Bean is drafting the type of guys that McDermott wants, and we don't draft defense. Like defensive line, we draft edges. That's it. We took our first defensive tackle in a long time, and he was inactive today.
Dwayne Carter, yeah.
And he was inactive for Q Jefferson, and Q Jefferson did nothing today. He was invisible.
Yeah, I thought Phillips did okay. He made a couple plays.
Phillips made some plays.
Yeah.
Oliver kind of disappeared again.
Oliver's a no-show today. Yeah.
It happens. Bishop's going to be better than Elam. I sure hope so.
Yeah, but they're two different positions. Yeah. I don't know. And Bishop wasn't a first-round pick. So even if Bishop doesn't work out, no one's going to be like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Elam's the one that
Elam had a rough
if he doesn't work out, he did.
Yeah, he had a rough day.
Yeah.
But I've seen, I don't want to kill the guy for one rough day.
I get it, but you know who might? The head coach.
Yeah.
Just
but then he needs to kill all of them because they all had a rough fucking day.
I know, but he singles him out probably more than anyone.
The offense will look like their usual self against the Jets. I hope so. That's what I mean. The players wrong. Why Kincaid is bubble screen guy. Like I was like the bubble screen wasn't working today. I don't know why they kept going back to it.
I meant to tell you that through text.
I just don't understand why they kept going back.
Why it was not working. They were sniffing it out. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know what that means, but yeah.
No cakewalk. Game stays in New York.
No,
No one said it's a cakewalk. There is no cakewalk divisional games. There's no cakewalk games in the NFL.
We can give predictions and give, sometimes our predictions
I watched the Patriots beat the Bengals earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, look, that happened? The Patriots beat the Bengals to start the season.
Yeah.
In Cincinnati, I believe.
Call a great game today. I don't think anybody called a great game today.
No, this was lackluster by everybody.
Offense, the execution was poor. The play calling, the game plan was, I don't know if play calling. The game plan was poor. The execution was poor.
Yeah.
And it didn't help that the offense couldn't get into a rhythm because for the first half of the game, they sat on the sidelines.
Couldn't even score on the 2-minute drive. And I remember texting you,
hey, dropping it.
Yeah, we do good on 2 minute. We're good on 2 minute.
No such thing. I
don't think it was a trap game. I think this is just
they came out flat.
Yeah. It's not like so much of a surprise. I mean, you look at some of the games we played this year, guys. Division games, just throwing they're all like every single one except for the first Dolphin game, which we won 31-10. But if you go against the Jets, 23-20, we won. Miami 30-27. And then now New England 24-21. So really, there's only been one game where we, steamrolled them. But I mean, who knows? And maybe you guys are right. It's very possible the Jets, give us a fight. And who knows? They gave the Rams a fight today for a little while, so the Rams pulled away and got the win. So
Philly lost the Commanders after being up big on them.
I know that was a crazy game. Well, they did not have Hurts for most of the game, so. Yeah, that kind of really hurt.
Still had the MVP, the MVP.
No, I know, but
Barkley,
I get it.
But nothing after Hurts left the game.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like that's a big loss. They'll bounce back. That was a concussion on a run, so you got to be careful on those.
We were down 14-1. Could be worse. It could absolutely be worse.
Yeah, absolutely. Could be an L.
Yeah, it could be an L.
Right.
McDermott calling run or pass a lot of the offense. He sees lips moving a lot. I don't know what you're saying.
I don't know what that means either. Sal,
learn from McDermott. That's right.
Message again because we don't understand.
Yeah, still want to lock the Susie. However, we don't have that kick jet. No, we don't. We will go out and play next week, and we win next week. We locked in the 2 seed.
Yep.
How the hell do you not blitz the shit out of this rookie? We did, Mike. The problem is we couldn't get home. He got away from us.
You know what? I know it's off.
Well,
he did. You know what? Off topic, real quick. I meant to text you. It's off topic, by the way. And I'm glad he brought that up. Remember we were talking about the sack record or whatever. You know what I got to thinking in this game? Another reason we never bring it up. Why I don't think it'll be broken, because the quarterbacks now are way different than they were back. And when Bruce played, they're way more mobile,
athletic,
more athletic, mobile, tough to bring down. The schemes are different. They're getting the ball out quicker. So that's what I'm saying. Like that's even another thing. Like I don't see why how that record's going to be broken also, with the way the quarterbacks play and offenses these days. Tough.
Drake turned a lot of what would have been sacks into incompletions and completions,
right?
Like Josh does. Unlike Tua and unlike Aaron. Those guys can't get away. Drake has the ability to get away and a strong enough arm to get it out to where he needs to. He made quite a few nice plays. I'm like, man,
yeah,
that looks like Josh back in the day.
He took some hits too. Okay, let me tell you, he was getting leveled, and he got up. Man, tough kid.
We gotta stop using strong safety at free safety. Seriously, yeah, we gotta do something. Let's be perfectly honest. We got to stop using Lewis at safety altogether. Lewis isn't a strong safety. Lewis is a corner.
Yeah,
he's too little to be playing safety, and it looks like it. I mean, he gives it his all, and I'll give him all the credit in the world.
Got the interception, which thank God, that was a key interception in that game because they were driving.
Yep,
they were driving.
We play in an indoor stadium. Our deal should be giant run stuffers. In outdoor stadium, we should have giant, but that's not McDermott's style. He likes the small, fast guys for whatever reason.
Yep.
Do I see Oliver's disappearance again?
It's odd. He is being. I gotta say, he shows up when he wants to show up. I guess, right? It's so odd, man.
Can't win until.
By the way, I want to say something. The worst offensive line graded in the NFL was the New England Patriots. The worst, and we did not play very well against them getting to the court. Now, mind you, we just said May does help out, just like Allen. He can get out of the way of harm's way, but still, not the greatest performance by our defensive line.
I don't think Xavier Howard helps us. And
he's been out for so long.
I don't think he helps us.
The only
way
way
I would see Douglas come back is what I'd like.
Only way I would sign him is if we got a key injury or something. You know what I mean? Like maybe.
Chewy, I thought Hyde would have been in this week. I don't understand why he's not called up at all.
I mean, why not? Why not call him up this game and have him at least go in for a couple plays, get his feet wet? You know what I mean? Get him acclimated again to the NFL. You know what I mean? Like NFL shape or whatever. But they didn't, so I don't know.
Roy, this happens from time to time. And in 2 weeks, next week, if we blow out the Jets, we'll be happy again and we'll forget.
Yeah, and then everybody will. I still
everyone forgot about the Lions getting beat last week when they came out and won this week, and everything's fine.
And and I'm sure their fan base is like, yeah, buddy, like this is the Lions.
Yep. Always been a no show. Mostly all year. Elam had some rough moments, played okay most of the day. Biggest issue was the offense looking like dog poop and Allen's inability to take that and knee stuff. Yeah, I don't disagree. Me and Tommy were texting about that. Allen, I think whatever the game plan was, they felt like they could push the ball down the field, so they were trying to. And he was trying. And they didn't, because usually the game plan is go underneath short and then bring everybody up. But man, like when he went underneath short, the offense moved great. But I really think the game plan was to push it down.
I'm gonna tell you another thing we went away from this game, guys. No one's talking about, or no one brung up yet. No passes to the running backs, not that I recall. If there was very few. They were the James Cook Cook touchdown, right? But other than that, we didn't really get him much involved.
On the start that 2-minute
drive, but none to tie, none to like we did the Cook one, it worked, but we kind of went away from it. Like we didn't stick.
We
with
went away from Cook most of today too.
You're right.
Cook was killing it.
No, you're right. Why did we stop? That's another thing. Why did you go away from that? You're right. I didn't even think about that either. Like
sometimes Joe Brady gets too cute.
He busted off a long run, and then you go you go away from it. Right? Like why? Like why wouldn't you keep running him at that point? Well, in a way we were down quick, so maybe he's felt like we needed to bounce back quick. I don't know.
I disagree with you, Tommy. Bean is the GM and the defense line 4 years in a row has been blown off line scrimmage. Yeah, and he sits down with the guy who sits next to him during the draft, which is Sean McDermott, and they talk about what type of players they want.
Holy shit.
They go out what.
No, I'm sorry. I'm just talking out loud. Sorry. Go ahead.
Okay. I thought something happened.
No, something happened. All right. I'm just looking at the stats. I'll show you in a minute.
Okay.
Go ahead.
At the end of the day, they keep bringing in these 1-year guys on the defensive line because he wants veterans, not young guys. At some point, they're going to have to draft some big young defensive tackles.
Yeah, I didn't say that, by the way, Robert. No, Mikey said that, but I understand where Mikey's coming from because he is trying to fit the players that he drafts into the scheme, which is Sean McDermott, what he wants, his type of player. So, but no, what I was going to, why I said talked out loud was I was looking at the receiving yards and terrible. 3 receptions for Cook. I mean, 26 yards, Matt Collins, 2 for 25. That is just ugly. Like that is ugly with a capital U, bro. Like that is terrible.
What
There's a stat line. These receivers. I mean, I mean that is about as bad, guys. Is about as bad as you can get.
That's about as bad as it was in Houston the last time.
Holy shit
on offense.
Yeah, dude. That 3 targets for Cook, 3 receptions, 26. Matt Collins. Once again, Matt Collins leads the way for our receivers. 2 receptions, 25 yards. Knox 2 receptions, 22. Khalil 2 for 22 on 6 targets. That's two receptions, 6 targets. That's not like him at all. Ray Davis only 1 for 17. Keon Coleman 117. Ty Johnson one target, 0 receptions. Kincaid 7 targets, 4 receptions, 15 yards. It's just ugly. Amari Cooper 2 targets, bro. 2, 1 reception, 10 yards. Ugh. Yep. I mean, that is
ugly.
Fucking ugly.
The South comes in and says, I don't buy the division stuff. The New England team lost 12 games. We did win, guys.
Spread was 12. 14.
Spread was 14. Buffalo doesn't set the spread. I guess all the money was on the Buffalo bookie wise. The offense scored almost 90 points last few weeks. Disappointed. And you have every right to be disappointed in the way they played today.
Absolutely. There's no reason. Yeah, I get that.
Call me crazy. He kind of looked like Josh in the first half. He did. Like, I was telling Tommy, I'm like, dude, this guy actually is making plays. Like, we couldn't get to him. It was frustrating as shit.
Nah, he's gonna be good, man.
Won a ton of the battles, but just couldn't get to him.
Yeah.
Division matchups aren't a myth. I do agree with that as well. The game has changed a lot. Yeah. So they're talking about the
sacks. The players. Yeah.
Brady lost his most games to one team. The Dolphins.
That's true. That's a good point.
Lost his divisional opponent. Yeah. It's just
you guys see each other now. But I will say this though. The Patriots haven't seen us this year.
Yeah.
So just throwing that out there. This will be the Jets have seen us once.
Yep.
So if you saw the first Dolphin game, we blew them out. Second one, they had they saw us once already. They knew what we were about. They had Tua back a lot closer. The Jets game was close the first time. It may be close the second time because it's the second go around. So they know what we're about. They have nothing to lose. By the way, that's another thing too I want to mention. The Patriots has nothing to lose in this game, and neither do the Jets next week. That's why they went for it on a fake punt at their own 20.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they just want to play spoiler at this point and just, like, ruin people's seating. So, yeah, they're dangerous. Like, teams that have nothing to play for are kind of dangerous. I'm not going to lie to you. They have nothing. So they're going to throw everything out there crazy and just see what they got in the quarterback and let him do things that maybe he didn't do in the beginning of the season. So just throwing that out there, too. Yeah. Sometimes these teams can be dangerous. But still no excuse. We played like shit. Still no excuse.
I don't want to say Elam's garbage. Elam had a rough day today. Ingram is lost. Cam is not big enough to play safety. And the fact that we had a Micah Hyde just sitting there on the sidelines is really disappointing. I'm really disappointed in McDermott and his call-ups.
Yeah.
I really am. Last week, Oliver is a speed bumping centers. Today is a no-show. Yeah. Hit the thumbs up. Thank you. Appreciate that. We're all prisoners of the moment. You're 1,000% right.
It happens.
Mike,
it happens.
I try not to be.
That's why these live post games are they're gonna be tough because we're going on instant reaction.
Yep.
Let me get that train horn. Thank you, Sophia. But yeah, that's why when we tell you guys instant reaction, like coming on here live, literally like 5 minutes after the game ends, that's why we do a show on Monday. Sometimes
we're a little more calm.
A little more calm. You can kind of see what.
Really.
Yeah, I was still pissed. I sometimes I'm still pissed, but after a loss, I think I'm even more angry on that next day. I'm still like, but this one's a win. So yeah, tomorrow it still won't be great. Or anything. We're still going to tell you stuff, but when you do these kind of shows, especially you guys, the fans, the people that are in here right now, you guys are going off emotion, man. That was an ugly game.
Just like us.
You want to preach. I hear you.
For it's our it's our counseling sessions. It's the way to vent, get it off. Make you feel better about what I just saw.
Yeah.
Depending on
trust us when I tell you. When we lose games, now mind you, this is the one, but when we lose games, guys, our streams are packed with people just venting or you got some of trolls, but for the most part, people, that's what they do. They want to vent, man.
Yeah, Scott, that's what it seemed like too. Cook fumbled and he went straight in the doghouse.
Well, it was back-to-back fumbles too.
Very much like Elam.
Not by him, but
McDermott punishes Cook like he punishes Elam.
Yeah.
feel like those are the two guys on each side of the ball that gets punished the most when something bad happens.
And I don't get it because he was our most effective player today.
Yeah, he was.
Even with the fumble, we still got it's not like he lost it. We got it back. No harm, no foul. You know, you don't want to do that, but still got it back. Cleo fumble. But he was our most effective player, if you really want to be honest. And y'all know how I feel about Cook. But today he was our most effective. And once again, when you go back to the rushing, 11 carries, 100 yards, should have got more carries. Should have absolutely got more carries. And I don't understand why our offensive coordinator Joe Brady did not dial up more runs for him in the second half. I just don't. Yeah. I don't understand it. Like, I really don't. Why can't we control the clock? You have a running back that's having a good start to the game. Go ahead and keep that going. Why are you having Josh Allen throw deep shots downfield? It makes zero sense. We didn't. I got to see the clock management because I felt like they had way. They did.
Oh no, it was close. It was 30 to 29. Was it
at the end? Okay, because man, it seemed like
57 to 29:03.
That first half, there was no way. Then that means we had a way better second half of time possession because that first half for sure they had better time possession.
Yeah,
100% they did.
They they had 10 more plays.
Yeah, it was close. 1 minute. Yep.
They had 55 more yards than we did. They had one extra drive. The same yards per play. Passing, they were 100 yards more passing.
That's where they got
yards less rushing.
Yeah.
They were 2 of 3 in the red zone. We were 1 of 1. We only got to the red zone one time.
Woo! Penalties 13 for 78. Not good. Yeah.
And that goes to what Mo's talking about here. The rest made sure. Like, some of those penalties were just phantom.
But look at this, though. Look at the passing, though. Yards per pass, 6.7 or a 5.1. Like, today's was not a good game.
It wasn't a good game across the board.
No, I'm just saying for passing, no. But
look at third down efficiency. 7 for 12, 4 for 11 for us.
Yeah, not good.
That was not good either.
Not good. Fourth down, we allowed 2 for 2 for them. Not good. We had 1 for 1.
Ooh, Jessica, this is a great question. How high do the Bills draft a CB in 2025? I'm thinking a second rounder. I think day 2. I think between first and second day. So it's either going to be a second or third round receiver. I have a strong hunch that they're going defensive tackle or D end in the first round this year. They have to start drafting the defensive line. Have to.
I can't believe we have 2 games. 2 games to go. This season has flown by. I don't know why I'm thinking that. I feel that way.
What's
I cannot believe how high do the Bills draft a cornerback? I would say, God, because Elam's not work. Listen, he's not going to work out. I already see the writing on the wall. I'm going to say round 2 to 3. Round 2 to 3. You have to address it because
day 2.
Day 2. You have to address it because I don't think Rasul Douglas is back. I don't think Kaiir Elam's the anscer. I mean, I like him, but I don't love him.
I think Kyrie's going to have the ability to battle for the starting position with whatever draft pick we draft.
He brings in, but he lost it early on, so I don't know.
I think we sit J17 if he's hurt at all, especially if KC wins on Christmas Day. We should, but nothing tells me that McDermott will.
Yeah.
They
were, but there was a couple that was legit.
Now you're speaking my language, Mo. Where the hell is KJ Handler at?
He hasn't been here all year. We called him up once just to help give him a scratch.
Cooper had a big drop. Shakir, that over the shoulder one right before
that was amazing. That was he should have had. Absolutely.
Right and his arms.
Then he had a fumble that thank God we got back. He got lucky on that one.
He had the one in the contested catch. Shakir usually comes down with those.
He does. Yeah, he had something. He just was it me or it just seemed like I didn't see the emotion from the players today.
No, they were flat all day long.
Flat. Like even when they got touched first, it just wasn't like much excitement there. Like, you know what I mean? Like just no emotion. Like just seemed like we were just kind of going through the game, right? Just trying to get through it. Let's just get out of here. Let's get the dub.
Yeah, that's very much what it felt like.
Yeah.
Like, we don't care about it. Let's just get in,
And
get
the
out,
game
try to stay
flew
healthy.
by, right? The game kind of flew by before you know. It was halftime before you knew it.
And
It
we
was,
were down.
I mean, honestly, and we were down. Like, unbelievable.
Can Douglas
I
play
could not
safety?
believe what I was watching. I couldn't believe it.
I think he could. I just don't know if he will.
No.
It was bad. It was bad all the way around.
Spectre BS is so bad, bro.
I think they were trying to protect Williams because of his he had the elbow injury and he's wearing the elbow brace. But Braylon was so bad that, and then he got hurt. Like,
he got hurt, which is no surprise.
Popped up.
Yeah, no surprise for BS.
He needs to be gone, and we need to go out and get another linebacker. That's why. Listen, Milano's going to be here next year regardless because we can't cut him. It's a $17 million dead cap if we do. So he's not going anywhere. So it's going to be those three guys next year plus who, Andreessen will probably make the team again. Hopefully Eddie Yu takes a step and then we draft somebody.
You like that, Mike, huh? You know what? Just for that, even though it's not a super chat, I'm still going to hit it because you like it.
That's right.
There you go.
Yeah, I love it. What happened to the jet sweep? I was calling for that the entire game. I kept texting Tommy, "Give me the jet sweep, or that pop pass, or something that just
give me anything that like gets a lights a fire under the ass of this team." We had nothing. It was very basic.
I didn't see tackle pull today at all. Like, I didn't see any of the stuff that we had been doing. It was just like we lined up.
I think we had one. Alec Anderson did a nice pull.
Okay, we had one.
The announcer's
didn't he pull from the tight end position?
I don't remember.
It wasn't even a tackle. I just remember pull.
No, it was tight end pull. But still, just
we lost a 30-point streak.
No, we weren't even close. Yeah, we didn't score.
We were close. We got 24.
I guess ugly 24.
It was 14 of
touchdown
it
off 7 off a defensive. Yeah. Oh, you're right. You're right. Even think about that. Right. Yeah.
Because the field goal was really set up by the defense, getting the return over in field goal range.
Right. Of course, we couldn't even get that to a touchdown. We had to get a field goal out of it.
Like, the defense got us 10 points.
Well, I don't want to say it, and I'm probably not true, but I wonder if the Bills didn't show much today. Like Brady. I wonder if he dialed it back, kind of played it almost simple football today. I don't know if that would be the case, but maybe he's saving his plays for the playoffs.
I don't think so. I just think they played. They had a very
it just seemed like we went like the Lions game.
Walk in and push off the ball. I really think they thought they were just a better team and they were gonna. I
just saw more unique schemes against the Lions than I did against the Patriots. And by the way, yes, it was cold, but it wasn't really windy or snowing. Like, it wasn't like it would affect what we could do. You know what I mean? Like throwing the ball downfield or anything. Like, it was fine. It was just really, really cold. But I just felt like the offense was very basic, very vanilla today. Not much to it. Not much to it at all.
Elam will be back next year because it's his 4th year. We won't pick up his 5th-year option.
And no one wants him. No one's going to take him for a trade now. That's already gone. So it can't hurt to bring him back. He's on a rookie deal.
Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me. Although we played Benford his rookie year.
Correct.
Oh God, give me this guy all day, Chewy.
6'3",
336, run stuffing. Like, he's not much of a pass rusher, but man, he will clog the middle of our defense.
And you need that.
I would take him in a heartbeat.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like that too. I feel like they just weren't, and it could be just an excuse, and I hate making excuses, but it almost feels like watching that game, it was just, even me as a fan, I'm just like, I was like, it just seemed like just get it over with. Let's just get out there, get the win. It just felt like that. Like, there was no real urgency, nothing, no emotion in the game. Just let's just get out of here with injury free, get the dub. No matter how we get it, let's just get it. But you can't, man. It's just, I don't know.
Jerseys are cursed.
Maybe, very possible.
I think the Bills need to draft a legit inside linebacker. Like what are you talking about? Because we've had the biggest inside linebacker in Edmonds, and now we have one of the smallest ones in Bernard, and they love Bernard. They're not getting rid of him. So
I think I like Milano, but I think we made a mistake on Bernard. I mean on Terrell Bernard. With Terrell Edmonds, I mean.
Yeah.
I think
Bernard wasn't Bernard's inside back.
Bernard. I'm sorry. I meant Edmonds. I know, I'm just saying bringing
but,
one back or the other. I know they play the same position. I'm just saying, like, if you're to go back in time, I just still think like Edmonds might have been the better option than Milano. But it is what it is. We're here where we're at.
Why would you play zone nickel versus the team? I don't know. Steve, I wish I could answer these questions for you. I don't think Josh lost any ground today. I really don't.
Yeah, I don't think his performance was bad. I don't think it was great either. It was just very average at best.
And Saquon didn't look all that great today. Lamar didn't look fantastic.
Saquon, I thought, looked pretty good in the first half. Didn't he bust like a 65-yard run? I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, in the first half, and then the second half when they needed him, couldn't get anything going.
I know Lamar also had a shaky game. Yeah. So I don't know.
He had 3 touchdowns though.
Yeah, but he had an interception. I thought that was
really they that they won because of how Derek played, not because
that's what I'm saying. Lamar played. Exactly.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't think he's lost any ground, but it didn't help him more. How about that?
No. But I think if he would have thrown 4 touchdowns today against the Patriots, it wouldn't have helped him because it's
I get you. But there was nothing to take away from that game to go, man, Josh Allen. You know what I mean? Today was just a very lackluster performance by everybody.
You got to tip your cap to the team that we played. They played their
asses off. Absolutely. They had a game plan. They came in. Mm-hmm. They wanted to play spoiler. They have nothing to lose.
Like, I can't explain it, Mike. That's the problem. I can't explain any of this stuff. I'm not in the room. I can tell you what I saw. From my point of view. Kick Bernard outside. Not going to happen now.
Yeah, Sabres are awful, huh? I don't watch hockey, but I know they're terrible because I keep hearing people talk about it.
Give me Myles Garrett in the offseason, please.
Oh, all day, man. Pay him whatever the hell he wants if you can get him.
Back up the Brinks truck for that dude.
Yeah, absolutely.
Edmonds would help stop Derrick Henry and grow more durable too. Like, listen, even when Milano was out there, he wasn't great. I would much rather see Dorian Williams playing right now. Dorian is playing better than Milano.
Yeah, he's been, and that could also just be he's trying to. Yeah, it's NFL's game shape. NFL shape is different, bro. Yeah. Getting back, he might have been in shape, like practicing and everything, but he's not like ready. You know what I mean? That's why I think that's why you're not seeing the Matt Milano of old yet. It's gonna take some time, and maybe you're right, Mike. Maybe they need to still mix him in there instead of just throwing him out there. Let
Milano be the third backer right now, and let Dorian play.
Until Milano gets caught up to 100, because I don't think he is.
You have to remember he's coming back from a major injury to where he may not be ready until next year.
I don't think he's nowhere. I don't think he's at 100. I think he's like 65, 70%. I mean, it seems like it to me.
Play the guy who's actually played well and actually played well. May have this defense playing well, because the second Milano came back, the defense went down.
Yeah, but today wasn't good either, and Milano wasn't in there. So
no, it wasn't. But Dorian played well.
He did. Yeah, BS was terrible.
God, he was terrible. God, do we have cap? Like, depending on what the cap is, we're going to go in with positive cap space for the first time in a while.
Mm-hmm.
So once we make our moves and do our things, yes, we'll have some cap space next year. We also have to re-sign a bunch of guys.
Correct. Yep.
Like Shakir, if you were signing guys off of today, Shakir wouldn't be getting a contract.
No, not today. There's a lot of guys that. Not today. Not today.
It was just, it was bad, man. It was so bad.
I was really hoping for the defense to at least do better against a bad Patriots team. We have 2 games left, right? And it's for me, Mikey, it's more about just them finding their way again, right? Like at least finding their way again, getting into a groove, going into the playoffs with some momentum on defense, like get that mojo back, right? Get some turnovers. Like today, at least I did like the turnovers, right? That was great, but I still want to see better from them. And they got to do better. They cannot listen. Our offense would have to pretty much be perfect in the playoffs if they continue to play like this. Perfect. And it's not like realistic, bro. There's going to be a game where the offense struggles a little bit, and that's what concerns me, because if the defense keeps playing like this, I don't know. I don't know what to say. Like, it's going to be a tough.
Our offense played about as bad as they could, and we still won.
Tough playoff run. It did, but you're also going against not the greatest team in the world. That's my point. You're in the playoffs. It's one and done, right? Like you lose that game, you're home. There is no tomorrow. There's no corrections being made. Like, that's it. So. Yeah, man. You're playing against the best. Any team that makes the playoffs, they made it for a reason. So, got to be better, man.
Chewy says this is like a bad first date, but she still gave you her number.
Right.
With this defense, it's not just missing personnel. They don't look good scheme-wise now. No, they don't. And I don't know if it's because they don't have the personnel. The scheme looks bad because they don't have the guys that are normally play it that make it look better, but they got to do something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just can't get by.
McDermott's not going to give a shit because they won.
He's not. Yeah, exactly. He's going to go, you see, guys, we can.
It's hard to win in the NFL.
Right.
That's resiliency.
I just cannot get over the amount of space we give receivers, and no matter, like, in any circumstance
First and
of
15.
the game. Yeah, it doesn't even
a
matter.
Route. So now it's second and 9. They're right back into.
It's crazy to me. Like, why are we doing that? Like, it just drives me insane. Like, I get it if it's like 3rd and 18. Like, fine. Like, you know what I mean? Fine. Let them get a 13-yard, whatever. You know what I mean? But 2nd and 13, you're giving them 7 yards. Like, what are you doing? Like, I just don't understand it at times. I don't get it.
No.
Hey, good for you.
Chuck, good job, buddy. That's awesome. Happy for you. Wouldn't it be nice if we had a defensive-minded head coach that gave us an advantage on defense to win? Yes, it would be.
Yeah.
I was sending that text all day to Tommy. Good thing we have a defensive head coach.
Yeah. Thank God for that.
We're good enough to make a deep run in the playoffs.
No.
But we're not striking fear in the hearts of anybody. No. It's also game to game. And it's matchup dependent. I really believe that.
That is true too. Some matchups you match up better against. I get that. I'm with you there.
We match up really well against the Chiefs.
We do. Yeah.
I don't think we match up well against the Bengals or even the
I don't
Ravens.
think the Ravens either. Yeah, not right now,
because
bro.
Henry can run.
Yeah, and we cannot stop the run. Like, we can't, bro. Like, I felt like if the Patriots ran a little bit more today too, they would have gashed us more.
Well,
like, we
stopped the run last week because we ran a 3 linebacker set against the Ravens. I feel like we'd run a 3 linebacker set, and that might help us. But at the end of the day, styles make fights, right? They always say that, and I have a feeling that's what this playoffs is going to be. So let's just let's see how this plays out. We got 2 more regular season games, and then it really starts. The problem is we clinched so early that the guys I feel like are just like, okay, can we get this over with and start the freaking playoffs already?
All right. Maybe.
Super Bowl or bust, period.
Scott. Yeah.
I just want one. Like, I'm not going to, I don't look at today's game and say, ooh, this is going to be a reflection of what I'm going to see in the playoffs. Because I looked at last week's game. I didn't say, ooh, this is going to be a reflection. It's all going to come about to see who we have, when we have them, and how we come out and play that game. Yeah. What Ed Oliver shows up for the playoffs? What Ed Oliver,
what McDermott shows up for?
What Joe Brady shows up for the playoffs? The guy who did his bag, or the guy who was just like wants to get the game over with.
Yep.
To me, the scariest part about our defense is they can't stop.
Never have.
Save their life. Not the entire time McDermott's been here.
I've been watching.
Able to stop 3rd and longs.
Yeah,
ever.
we are the worst. Third and short though, fine.
3rd and short, we're good.
We're pretty good. Yeah, 3rd and long.
3rd and long, he plays that soft zone, like prevent style defense, and they get it every
even
time.
fourth down. I don't feel like we're good. Fourth down,
what happens is we go third and long, right?
Yeah.
And they get, so it's 3rd and 13. We'll give them third, and it'll be 4th and 1.
Right.
So they'll get 12 on 3rd and 13. And McDermott's like, they're going to punt. Oh, wait, the new analytics tells you they're not going to punt. How about you play the same defense you were playing before when you got them to 3rd and long? And stop giving them 8-yard, 12-yard cushions.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, for the Super Bowl, Allen's going to have to carry them yeah.
That's how I feel, man. I really do. Like I listen, the real, being real.
I hope he's not hurt.
Yeah, exactly. We don't know what happened to it. We think he hit his elbow and it was more just like tingling, and because I didn't see his hand get hit on the ground on the replay. So I think they're right. I think his elbow did hit, and it was just so cold. Maybe he couldn't get feeling back in his hand. It's possible. But yeah, I've been saying it, bro, for most of it, at least for the last 3 weeks. I think the only way we make it to the Super Bowl is this offense, and Josh Allen is going to have to go ham.
And Cook.
And the whole offense. I'm talking about just the offense and
all. If we can be balanced and play ball control, I think we can make it to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, but we have to
limit how much the other team can be on the field and how much.
That's true too. You're right. Good point. But we just have to play excellent offensively football. Honestly, guys, if we have a game where it's like today offensively, we're a little funk.
Well, the last time we saw that in the playoffs, it was against Cincinnati. Remember, we were in offensive funk, and they just ran us out of the building.
We never could get out of it. Yeah,
because the defense wasn't stopping anybody. Last year against the Chiefs, our offense played well and kept us in the game.
Made it
when our defense, when our defense couldn't.
Yeah, so. It's very rare that it's just that. Like I said, there's only been really I would say one team performance where it's just the whole team. I would say that Bengals game and maybe that Chiefs championship game. I felt like the 2020 was piss poor
across the board.
But other than that, though, the rest of the playoff runs, guys, have been defensive related. Defense has really let us down.
Let's look at the playoffs, right? Kind of see where everything sits. Let me pop up my screen for you. Share. I'll make it bigger so you can see.
No problem.
All right. So let's see where we're at. So we know all these people have clinched. These two are still in the drive spot. The good thing is Miami and Indy won today. So did Indy.
Yeah. So did Indy today.
Even though Indy almost gave up that lead. Did you see it? It was like 38-7 at one point.
They were smoking them, and then, they
took out their starters.
Clawed back.
Tennessee came all the way back.
38-30. It was close, man.
Yeah. They had to put their starters back in. It was crazy.
Yeah, wow. So Cincy still is in it. Cincy still has an opportunity, I see there.
Yeah, he was overrunning the play a ton today. He doesn't normally do that, but he was they sent him just to go get the quarterback all day.
Yeah.
He was overplaying all of them. Smoot too. Smoot overplayed him. Epinesa overplayed it. The only one who didn't overplay it was Groot.
Mm-hmm.
It was really odd. I don't know if that was the scheme, and they changed up what they normally do and started just throwing.
Was Solomon in today? I didn't see Solomon.
Once.
Why aren't they using these guys? Why? In the game like this, why not? I don't.
We are on a 2-game win streak. Yes, we are, Sophie. As bad as it looked today, and as ho-hums it looked today, it was still a W.
Yep.
And no one's going to remember this ho-hum game in 2 weeks.
Yeah. Chewy, I think he's okay right now at the stage of his career, man. He's definitely not what he was.
We look ugly against 2-win teams. What happens? Night. Yeah, could be.
Possibly, or we wake the fuck up against those, knowing that there's no tomorrow. Once you hit the playoffs, I'm hoping the players understand that.
We better hope since he doesn't get in after Bureau coming here in a wild card.
And they're playing
that defense
offensively.
That defense is so
Their
bad.
defense is terrible, though. They got down quick in that game, too, today.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
They're so... Dorian Thompson-Robinson was, if the Browns
got shoot themselves
in the feet.
Yeah, on a 1-yard line, they fumbled. Yeah.
The opening, and then DTR threw a couple just horrible picks.
Yeah.
It was bad, you know. How's Miami? I can't stand that they're still alive. I don't know how they're not eliminated yet. They keep winning, you know.
Well, they
Why?
lost
Because
last week.
yeah,
But I knew they would
Listen.
win this. I had a feeling they were going to win against 49ers, but I think they're going to lose against.
it doesn't even matter.
Cleveland.
All that has to happen is either one of these teams, both these teams get a win. You know what I mean? They get one win over the next 2 games, and all the teams are eliminated.
But I think Chargers and Broncos play each other this week.
They just played each other last week.
Oh, was it last week? Okay, I'm sorry. So
Denver has
Chargers plays the Patriots. Broncos play the Bengals.
Yeah, Broncos play the Bengals and then the Chiefs.
And then week 18, Chiefs, Broncos, Chargers, Raiders. So Chargers more than likely beat the Raiders.
I have a feeling they're pretty much in. It's Denver, knowing that they have the Bengals and then the Chiefs.
That's a tough.
Although the Chiefs may have already clinched the 1 seed, so they may not need it.
That's true too. Yeah,
it'll be interesting to see how the
I don't think they're gonna
Baltimore game.
But I don't think Miami gets in regardless, because I see Miami losing next week to I think they play Cleveland in Cleveland, and then they have to play the Jets in New Jersey, I believe is the last game. And I don't see. I just have a feeling that Cleveland's going to give them a dogfight, and it's a 4 o'clock game, but it's going to be shitty weather conditions. Miami's not a good outdoor,
yes, Chewy,
cold weather team. And then you got week 18. I don't see them winning either. They got the Jets, I believe, is week 18. Yeah, at New Jersey. So 2 back-to-back games where they're playing cold weather. They're going to lose one of those for sure.
I have a feeling Denver's going to get 1 win, and the Chargers are going to get 1 win, and all 3 of these teams are going to be out.
Yes, the Chargers will beat the Raiders for sure.
And I think there's a good chance that, because I don't see Pittsburgh beating Kansas City next week.
I do.
I don't.
I do. It's a short week.
For both of them.
Playing 3 days. I get it, but Kansas City's also a little bit more beaten up than them. They've been in close games. I think playing in Pittsburgh is tough, man. I have a weird feeling.
I watched Pittsburgh play against Baltimore. They did not impress me at all.
No, I get it. But that was at Baltimore. They're coming back home to play in Pittsburgh. I'm just saying it's a tough place to play. Their coach will have them ready. I think that, and Kansas City's been in some tight games, bro. Mm-hmm. It's going to be a good game, and I think the Pittsburgh Steelers are going to wind up winning that game.
I mean, that'd be bad for Denver. That means KC would need it in the final week, and that means Cincinnati would have a shot to get in, or one of these 2 teams, Indy or Miami.
But if Denver wins and KC loses the rest too, we get a bye. So.
Yeah. I wouldn't want to play Miami a 3rd time. I wouldn't mind playing Miami. Miami's not that good.
Yeah, I know. And especially it would be in Buffalo. They're just not a good cold weather team. I wouldn't fear Miami.
KC has that horseshoe lodged up there permanently. And good night, Chewy. I'll take the ugly win too. A win's a win.
Yeah. So, and now with that being said. Yeah, with that being said, we are out of here, folks. So, guys, we will be back tomorrow at 9 p.m. to go over Mikey's good, bad, and ugly of today's game, which is going to be a lot of bad and a lot of ugly. Yeah. And so, you don't want to miss that tomorrow at 9. Thank you once again, Bills Mafia. You guys rule. We appreciate all of y'all coming in tonight, supporting us. And as always, go Bills. We're out of here. Peace.
Go
Bills, Mikey. There you go. Peace.